Hi guys, welcome to the Citizen channel. I hope you're all staying safe and well. Please, if you are new to this channel, please push that subscribe button. We do everything City, past and present here on these little vlogs, so I do try and inform and entertain, and there's some links on screen as well for Facebook and Twitter where I do post loads of City stuff. So if you follow a friend me on there, I do check every few days and follow and friend everyone back. And if you do get a chance, please have a check out my film and TV channel as well, which I try and inform and entertain on there, and all the latest films and TV drama here in the UK and from around the world. So if you can check that out, that will be fantastic. Anyway, hope you enjoy today's feature. Welcome to Match Report as we look back at a good victory for City at the King Power. I always want to say Kung Power. I don't know why I want to say Kung Power the film, wasn't it? The King Power Stadium, anyway. Forget my weary brain. Yes, Leicester City 0, Manchester City 1. 11th September 2021. Nice 3 p.m. kickoff. I hope some of you got to watch this. It wasn't the easiest game to get and watch. There's a lot of people on the internet trying to find ways of watching it, but that's how it is. Pep versus Brendan. Yeah, so we'll have a quick look round at that today. I've got this out hopefully for Saturday night. So as I say, it's not as easy for the home games, but if I don't get to these away games, if we can't get a ticket, then it's a little bit quicker. But it varies anyway, but I've got it out for Saturday night anyway. There's City lineup. Here we go. So I got 11 out of 11, which wasn't that hard. He's kept the same team for 3 games, hasn't he? It might get a bit more complicated against Leipzig on Wednesday night. Edison, Walker, Diaz, Laporte, Cancelo, Rodrigo, Gundogan, the captain, Bernardo, Jesus, Torres and Grealish. The subs, Carson, Stones, Aki, Sterling, Zinchenko, De Bruyne, Thurner, Mahrez and Foden. Nice to see them 2 on the bench. Leicester, yeah, I got 7 right. He virtually changed all his back line apart from the guy I thought he would change. So all credit to Brendan for getting that right and me getting it wrong. But 7's not bad, is it? 7 out of 11. Schmeichel, Castagna, Vestergaard, Soyuncu, Bertrand, Albrighton, and Ndidi, Tielemans, Barnes, Maddison, and Vardy were their starting 11. Yeah, Paul Tierney, of course, was in charge with his linos, Constantine Hazdidakis, and Neil Davis. And on VAR at Stockley Park, I think he had one offside to check out, didn't he? Andre Mariner. His assistant was Richard West. Yeah, match report. A lively first half. I think for the neutral, I think they would have enjoyed the game overall today. City sort of dominated, but of course Leicester as they do, and have always done the last few seasons, always looked dangerous, didn't they? Playing out from the back and sort of keeping us on the back foot, etc., etc. And their various lunges forward, they always looked a bit dangerous. Defensively, all credit to Leicester, they were getting bodies in the way. I think at least 6 City players had a go at that goal in that first half. There certainly there's blocks flying in left, right, and centre. And if there wasn't a block, then you had Schmeichel behind making 1 or 2 really good saves and a couple of good basic saves, if you like. Leicester's best chance, of course, probably came early on, didn't it? When Walker did well and a brave Ederson, of course. Might need to see a dentist. I'm not too sure. It didn't look too good, did it? But yeah, one of his brave games, Ederson did a fantastic job. But yeah, managed to keep Leicester at bay. They had a couple of half chances, but the refs 2 weeks ago were sort of not booking anyone, were they? And now all of a sudden, I mean, you've got 2 booked in the first half with Rodri and Laporte. Yeah, all right, the foot touched the other guy, but I mean, they got the ball and the foot just carried through. I know that looks dangerous, doesn't it? But I don't know. I mean, as I said, 2 or 3 weeks ago, they weren't booking everyone, and now perhaps it's Tierney. He just books anybody. But yeah, plenty of chances. Will we rue it as we get to half time? 0-0. Will we rue those missed chances? That's the thing. Into the second half, yeah, Leicester quickly hit the bar, and then I thought, well, here we go. Vardy scores a goal, but it looks as though he's a good couple of feet offside from the angle we saw. We don't get to see lines anymore, do we? But then City sort of took control and just left Leicester against that odd foray down the middle where they sort of build up most of their attacks and then sprint out wide or put it up through the middle. Torres had a couple of good chances. It should have worked Schmeichel a little bit better. But, of course, it was our old sniffer, wasn't it? Sniffer Bernardo on 63 minutes who pounced on a rebound from a Cancelo shot, wasn't it? Yeah, not everything come off Cancelo today, but, yeah, he scored from a tight angle. Fantastic from Bernardo, that great finish. And I think Leicester struggled then for a long time. until Iniacho and Lookman came on for him, who caused City a few problems at the back. We got away with it. Again, Ederson did a save or two, had to be alert. There was one where he sort of got stuck in a little bit of no man's land, but fortunately, Iniacho didn't quite control it properly, managed to grab the ball from his feet. But the best save was that block, wasn't it? That block on 76 minutes by Ederson, a fantastic save. It could have been 1-1 easily then. So apart from a couple of Hail Marys right at the end of the game, Leicester sort of didn't do too much after that, and we missed two late opportunities, didn't we? I think Ferner put one wide, and Grealish threw on his own. I did say he's not the greatest goal scorer, Grealish. He did finish quite poorly. Late on, we almost had a chance to seal it in the 91st and 92nd minutes. But there you go. Let's not be churlish. Leicester 0, City 1. We'll take that, won't we? Subs for City, yeah. Sterling came on for Torres and Ferner for Jesus. Shot 6 by Leicester, 1 on target. 25 by City, 8 on target with a 61% possession for City. So we're going to see the same old thing, but all credit to Leicester for the way they defended. Right, on to the ratings. Manchester Evening News is Mr. Brennan. He's been a bit mean, I think, on some of these, but yeah, I mean, on reflection, looking at him, he's probably almost right. I'm not going to quibble. Of course, my starting score 7 today, so I think a player did okay. He'll get the 7. If I thought he played a bit poorly, I'll give him less than 7. And as you'd expect, if he played very well, I'll give him more than 7. Here we go. So I'll give you the name and then obviously Stuart's comments, and then I'll give you the scores and what I thought as well. Ederson, great save from Ndidi as Leicester broke. He bravely took a set of Barnes studs in the face in the first half. I just want to give him a 7. I'll give him an 8.5. I'm sorry, mate. That was a brave display today. I say there's that one little error where he came, but he managed to get away with it and grab the ball. So I'm going to give him an 8.5. So I think Stuart's a bit mean with a 7 there. Kyle Walker, heroic block to prevent a goal early on. His recovery pace was important a couple more times, so he's given him an 8. I can't disagree with that. I thought there was something right at the end where he could have done a little bit better, perhaps near the end of the game, but I think overall, I think he deserves an 8. I mean, he wasn't always on point, but you get what you give him with Kyle, and he's certainly better than his last couple of performances for England and City. Ruben Diaz kept Vardy relatively quiet and effected an important block on Lookman's shot late in the game. Yeah, so give him a 7. Yeah, I'll give him that little extra as well for that, Diaz. Solid again. I mean, I'm going to give him a 7.5. He does make errors, but he sort of manages to get back to recover. That might be a bad thing, but hey, it's a good thing if he actually recovers and gets the ball. That's fine by me. Aymeric Laporte, of course, we are. Great pass for Torres, just held up on the surface. He will take some shifting in this form. Yeah, I don't think he was fantastic, but I'll give him a steady 7, and Stuart's given him a 7 as well. I'm not saying to say it was brilliant today, but it was okay. Cancelo's another one that I've been a bit kind to, I think. Constantly seeking to break the Leicester line, says Stuart, down the left, and his willingness to shoot brought the goal. So that, yeah, again, I've got to put that into account. I think some of his passes were too heavy, didn't quite work for him, but he was always willing. So I will give him a 7, although I was almost inclined to give him a 6.5, but I'll give him a 7. Rodri. Stuart said his lack of pace was exposed by Leicester several times, but he made a couple of vital interceptions. He did. Not good against paces. He's not good against that quick sort of. I mean, that foul early on could have sort of stymied him a bit, didn't it? Kept him back. But I mean, Stuart's given him a 6. I have given him a 6.5. I thought it was okay-ish. I wouldn't give him a 7. He does. I say that's what he does. He does struggle against a bit of pace in the middle. We know that. He's still got ways to improve, and whether he will or not, I think the jury's still out a little bit. But yeah, I'll give him a 6.5. Stuart, I'll only give him a 6. Gundogan, but City's best work went through him, says Stuart, but when the Foxes stepped it up, his defence wasn't great. Yes, I was giving him a 7. I thought it was an almost from Gundogan today, just like that final little touch or that ability to score a goal or that little great pass, but sort of almost gained for him. And Stuart's given him a 7. I'm going to give him a 7 as well, because so close, but not quite with Ilkay today. Jack Grealish, Stuart says, drew in 2 defenders every time he's on the ball. He always does that anyway, but some of his usage was average, so he's only given him a 6. I thought he played okay. Possibly his probably weakest display, but I think he played okay today. I'm going to give him a standard 7. I won't give him any less than 7. Say Stuart's only given him a 6, but yeah, I didn't see enough to knock anything off a good standard display. That finishing at the end, perhaps he could have done better. Perhaps he could have crossed it. I think it was Sterling in the middle, but he's not there. He's not, whatever we think, Grealish isn't a natural goal scorer, so we can't really blame him for that. Bernardo Silva says Stewart popped up with a vital goal that he deserved, went close in the first half too. So you give him an 8. Yeah, I would agree. I'd give him 8.5. I thought it didn't always work for him, don't get me wrong, but I thought the goal was brilliant when we needed it, a crucial time. And he worked his socks off again, and a lot came off. Some didn't, but most of it did. So I'm going to give him 8.5. Ferran Torres, Stewart says, not his day with shots blocked into the side net. He's subbed off after the goal. Yes, so Stewart's going to give him a 5. Bit mean. I'm only going to give him a 6. So yeah, it was one of his off days. This is the trouble with Torres. He looks stunning 1 minute. He had a couple of good ones that I think Schmeichel saved, but he had a couple of ones where it didn't work. Schmeichel, I don't think so. Yeah, he couldn't hit a barn door, basically. That's what we used to say, isn't it, today? So Stewart's giving him a 5. I'll give him a 6. Jesus, Stewart says the standard dropped after 2 excellent games with a missed header and some sloppy passing. So Stewart, again's only giving him 5. He's been quite mean today. I'd give him 6, actually. Again, lower than standard. I think he started quite well, but I think he was forced too deep. He wasn't doing his winger thing so much. He was more or less a sort of right back who moved a little bit, more playing a wing back sort of position a lot of time, and it sort of didn't suit him, and that's not what he's best at. But yeah, I say it wasn't his greatest game, so I will knock him down. But I think 5 from Stewart's a bit mean there. But I say you give 100%, and he didn't like being told to walk off around the other end of the ground, did he? But when he was sub, but there you go. That's good to see. And Raheem Sterling, I'm not going to mark Sterling. I'd only give him less than 7, to be honest with you, because he looked. He just looked like Sterling of last season to me. Stewart said not at his sharpest, so he's given him a 6, but I won't even mark him. I'm not going to insult the poor lad by marking him. He was only on for like 30 minutes with injury time. City man of the match, well, I think you've got that, haven't you? I think it's between Ederson and Bernardo, to be honest with you, today. And I'm going to give it Bernardo today. And let's hope this is the start after all that kerfuffle over the summer about him not being happy, etc. He's played well for Portugal, so and he's been playing okay for us. And today was an excellent game for him. So let's hope that's the start of a Bernardo season that we got. What? 2 seasons ago, 3 seasons ago? Let's hope it's the start of that from our wonderful, my namesake, Bernardo. Ref watch, yeah, it's pathetic. I don't score the refs now because I think I'll score them if I ever find one that does a good job, but you never know what you're going to get with turning. I mean, let things go. It's like a lot of the referees, they'll let stuff go and they'll stop for other things. I just can't see. Giving them proviso, at the start of the season where, let things go, don't book so many people. I mean, it's never going to work. I mean, it proved it today. He was quick with his yellow card straight away. It's just can't. You got to be really specific with referees because they're clueless. They just give them a free pass and they're just pathetic. I'm sorry they are. I just think the arm from Turney was really poor today. Anyway, let me know your player ratings and your ref rating if you want, boss. I'm not even going to score them unless they actually have a good game because it's just pointless. So there you go. Our overall record now away to Leicester. Played 52. This is in the league. Won 18, drawn 14, and lost 20. So we've closed that gap now. We're only a couple away from evening the score away from home. How about Leicester going forward? Yeah, I think they'll still, as I did in my prediction of the season, find 4 teams better than them. I think they're going to finish 5th to 6th. But they're a good side. It was a good win today. They play a simple way. I mean, Brendan Rodgers doesn't mess about too much. He's got the players for it. They move the ball very efficient and very quickly. And they've obviously Vardy and Iheanacho when he comes on. And obviously all the midfielders coming through as well. They're very good at turning defence into attack when they need to. And the defence was excellent today. And it usually is. They've usually got quite a good defence. I say they've always got Schmeichel if anything happens. Vardy, yeah, he is a threat. Although Rodgers probably need a more... thinking about his long-term replacement, whether he'll be happy with Iheanacho as that long-term replacement, I'm not too sure. He did all right today again when he came on, but he was sort of nearly not quite, wasn't it, with Iheanacho? But he is great backup, and it's to have that ability to bring them both on, and I'm sure Vardy's still certainly got this season left in him. Who knows? He might get another one out of him. But obviously, they'll be like us. They'll be looking for a striker. Although we don't seem to be that bothered, do we? I think defensively, he changed 3 at the back today, and the players he brought in did a great job. So no problem there. He's like City. They've got a lot of games coming up with the Europa League starting, etc. So Yeah, I was quite impressed defensively. They put the bodies on the line, and say Schmeichel's there. He's as consistent as he's ever been, and they play out a lot from the back more now. So obviously, one of the things I used to criticise Schmeichel about was his distribution. It wasn't always great. Some people said it was. I thought it was rubbish. I thought for everyone he kicked, found a player, the other one went out. It's not very good. And now they don't do that as much, so they don't lose the ball as quickly as they perhaps used to. So that's a benefit of them. So. Yeah, top six, definitely top six. A good run in Europe. I think they play Napoli, is it, the first game? So definitely on the cards for Leicester. But I didn't see anything apart from the fact they will give teams a go, even the top teams especially, and they are what they are. And I've not seen any different plan to what Brendan Rodgers always plays at the moment. So I think they'll do all right. City, yeah. I mean, obviously you've got to look at the shots, haven't you? And I think a lot of those, I mean, was there 8 shots on target out of 25, but I think a high proportion were blocked as well. I didn't see many shots, so there's 3 or 4 wide, wasn't there, that we could have done better of, but a lot of the shots that were blocked, I think, were on target, and that's all you can ask, but again, we've got midfielders trying to score goals, haven't we? So again, we could see that Torres perhaps isn't a long-term answer. He can do it occasionally. Of course he can. He can do it against perhaps the Newcastles of this world and the Norwiches. I mean, no disrespect to them, but obviously playing a better team with a better defence like Leicester City, he probably does struggle a little bit. So we've got to see a little improvement in that. And Pep's been talking him up this week, which is great, which is fantastic, because that's how it should be. But yeah, I think a lot of City fans are still a bit disgruntled, and quite rightly. I still want to see Delap put in there somewhere. I still want to see him start appearing at some stage. It'd be nice to see him on the bench as well, which he wasn't today, was he? So I would be happy seeing that. But yeah, I think we're going to have more of this. I think we're going to have more of this 20, 25, 30 shots, and hopefully we can say we could have had more today, but some good keeping and some poor finishing and some good blocking, and it would have been more goals. But there you go. And we've got KDB and Phil Foden, of course, to come back, haven't we? So Bernardo sort of stepped up today. Ilkay had a bit of a quiet one. Bernardo certainly stepped up. So he sort of pulled us around a little bit today, I thought. But yeah, it was a very, very good performance by City today. Let me know anyway. It was a good. It wasn't spectacular, but if we'd drawn or lost that today, it would have been a little bit depressing. We had to put a little marker out there, and I think we've done that. Let me know what you think anyway of that. And I think that's about it. We'll talk more about City, of course, coming up. We've got a raft of games, haven't we? Obviously, this week we've got the build-up to the Champions League. There'll be a History Boys feature, which will just to talk about RB Leipzig's history, etc., because we've never played them, so I can't talk through a match with you. And of course, there'll be a match preview, and of course, the usual odds show. And say, don't forget the odds show. It's not just a matter of me throwing bookies odds at you. I sort of try and come up with reasons behind certain things and what's value, etc. So please have a look at that as well. It's just not just a simple stat thing. It's actually looking for reasons why something might happen and stuff like that. So there you go. And don't forget, there's also the Southampton game coming up, and I've already recorded it, ready to put it out. I quite enjoyed doing it. It was a good one. A home game, a history vlog, a History Boys vlog about a home game against Laurie McMenamin's Southampton back in 1979. So there you go. Have a look out for that this week as well. There you go. Thanks for watching. Let me leave us your comments. Whatever you're going to do the rest of the day, have a great one, or the rest of the evening, or whatever it is. Have a good one. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your families. More important, let's all look after each other. So we meet here again on the Citizen channel, or perhaps have a flit across. Please have a look at my film and TV channel. If you want to have a rest tonight and see what's good on telly, or what's good on streaming, etc., etc. Have a look at that if you get a chance anyway. But whatever, if it's there, or we meet on the Citizen channel. I only ask one thing, if you don't, and one small thing, please stay safe, Blues. Come on, City. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.